Greetings and hallucinations, ladies and lads. I am Chancellor of the harmonious frequencies of the mighty Empire of Onion, and this is Factorio. Well, as we realized from last episode, our copper production is not sufficient to keep up with the demand, so that's something we need to remedy. Also, our iron production, it's starting to keep back up again. So that's pretty good. The rate at which we're acquiring ore, though, is a bit troubling, and I'm not sure... Is this guy done? He is done. You're out of here. I'm not sure what the issue is with that either, because these are being unloaded as quickly as they can be. Yeah, these are streaming down as thickly as possible. It makes me wonder if we just had a stutter because of putting out the new buildings to construct new things, you know what I mean? So there was a big surge of demand for the materials all of the sudden, but now that some of the production is starting to back up again, we are in less demand than before. See, like the advanced circuits are all backed up. They're not pulling any resources now, or hardly any. So yeah, that's beneficial to us. This guy's grabbing up all of the wires that we can produce, though. I guess a couple are getting by, not many though. But if he eats up all of the wires and these can't produce, which means that these can't produce. And if these aren't producing, then this can't produce. So, yeah. Still a bit of an issue going on here. I could just get rid of this one altogether, so that these are able to output, and these are able to input. But we'll see how it rolls for right now. Yeah, these can come out. This can be removed. I was thinking, too, we may need to eventually start increasing our output of solid fuel. And I think for now, our lubricant is not being utilized, which is a bit of an issue. I'm wondering if I should put together two chemical plants, right? One would be to convert heavy oil into, what is this called? Petroleum gas. And one to convert light oil into petroleum gas. That way, when we can't process crude oil into petroleum gas because we're stacked up on these two, we can process these instead. That way we never run out of petroleum gas, and we can continue all of this stuff working properly. Yeah. Let me see. Think about what we're doing here. So I don't like... Yeah, we're definitely not producing enough solid fuel to keep up with everything. But I don't like that he's outputting right here on this side. I would rather he was outputting on the other side. Can I change that by doing this? Yes. Yes, I can. Okay. So now he's not actually producing enough to interrupt these guys. They'll be able to output right where they need to. Yeah. And then I have a plan. Once this is empty, we'll run the belt straight across down this way. And that way, they'll be outputting on the far side. Then we'll just run it up and around, and these two will be outputting on the inside. Or maybe we do 3 on the outside, since it's what's being used up first, right? And just have this one on the inside as the backup, more or less. So maybe we are still producing enough solid fuel for all of this to work. In fact, can I already do that? Yeah, there we go. There we go. So now we've got these two at least working on the outside. And it's already backed up what we need. So that's good. Yeah. I think I will, though, set up the 2 chemical plants for the conversion. We're running low on copper, iron. Doing okay on plastic. We need a lot more bricks also. Let's get all this going. Okay, so the thing with the copper is that it is... totally full. Like, all of these furnaces are running at full tilt constantly. And And so the only way that I know to remedy this is to run this belt further down and have more furnaces down here running copper up. This is fully possible, I believe, and we can totally do this, no problem. Let me start right here with this belt coming up this way. We're also going to need to craft more furnaces, right? Just regular steel furnaces I think are going to be fine. Yeah, we'll have a total of 6 more for right now. Obviously we can't go straight down with this belt. We are going to have to tilt it and come out up here. I'm going to need more belts, clearly. We are going to get snaky with it, though. Alright, that should cover our electrical needs, no problem. And we have these guys all here. Yeah, I got confused for a second and thought that the solid fuel was going to be coming in on the side that it wasn't. So this guy is going to need input from that side. We've got belts running down to here. Oops. And then we can run up from here, joining that. This is all basic stuff. You guys probably don't care, and you've seen it 1,000 times. So it's no really big deal. Okay, this should be all of them then, outputting. I didn't get the ore to everybody yet, though. There we go. And research done right now. We were doing rocket fuel so that we could get towards the space science pack. It's going to be a long time. I'm not super worried about that. Let's try getting rid of some of our military research before we start getting into the production research packs. I don't guess it matters. We're falling so far behind on chemical research. Oh, this portable fusion reactor is going to be huge because we need that for the upgraded power armor. If you remember from the last playthrough, I had a horrible time trying to get power for my power armor. So that was the best way we could do it. Here it is. So to get to the higher tier power armor, we're going to need this military 3. And then military 4. So we'll start with that then. Get that going. Perfect. But okay, we have increased our output of copper. Okay. I've done it in half then so that it's feeding on both sides of the belt. The only benefit that that gives us is so that these upper ones can still output even if these lower ones are backed up. I don't see that being an issue because we're using all of the copper that we're outputting. But if it ever does back up in the future, that'll at least help solve that problem. Okay, so now the issue is getting enough ore onto the belt to satisfy the demand now. And I see a couple of places where we could shove some more miners. It's not much, though. Oh, that's the... I was getting the power grid confused with the miner reach. I've got a burner mining drill. We're going to need it because there's pieces here. There's a bit right here that aren't going to be reached. There's actually 3 squares here that won't be reached. So I think here is going to be the most effective position. And then this one piece here with the 239 is going to lack output. Oops. We'll go ahead with... Oh, let's go with coal. Because I just want to get it out of my inventory. This guy, I think, is full of coal, almost. We'll be sure that he is full of coal. Okay. So this is our max output for copper right now. We may run out soon, so we may need to get this copper ore coming down. Deposit it around this area. I don't want to take out trees if I can help it, so I may have the train run down and then around here if possible. Offload here and send the belts underneath the track instead of having the tracks cross. I think also that we're going to need more iron brought in from somewhere. I don't see any other iron deposits, though. This one. There's also copper down here, 2.9 million. That's not much, but it's, yeah, this is 5 million. We're eventually going to want to get oil from here, I think. Maybe from here first. Bring it up and input it here. Oh, we are being attacked. Yeah, some damage done to this gun here. I was thinking, off camera too, I may put another pump here, run the pipe around and down, and extend this power production, because if we take a look, oh, we're actually producing a ton more than we need. So that's good. I was worried that we were using accumulator charge after all of the assemblers that I installed last time. Let's see, we could put another burner drill right here. It's only 76 though. I don't know. Eventually I will want to get it, but for now we're doing what we can. Yeah, not a ton of ore is coming down here. It is enough to fire all of the furnaces, but only barely. So that's definitely something we're going to need to work on in the near future. Okay, let's get the petroleum gas going though. Like I mentioned before, so that we don't have to worry about running out of that. Yeah, our copper is up now. It's all the way up here where it needs to be. So we shouldn't be slowing down too badly on the utility research here. Utility science packs. Let's see how we are stacking up on them so far. Okay, we aren't actually stacking up on them yet. These last two labs are going to input them as they come around, and then we'll start stacking up on them. How many do they hold? 2 at a time? So we haven't even gotten 24 produced yet, I don't think. Because I think I have 12 science labs. Yeah, products finished 2, but I think it outputs 3 per execution. Well, if that's the case, then there would be 18, 24 already. So yeah, there's enough to fill up the labs then, just now. Okay, yeah, chemical plants. Here we go. I think the input is just oil, isn't it? So like if we place this here, and this one here, boom. We'll tell this guy to make, yeah. Oh no, I see. Heavy oil cracking into light oil, and then light oil into petroleum gas. Also requires water. Water and heavy oil into water and light oil. That's a bit tragic. Yeah, we actually are running a little bit low on this fuel. Oh, I've got it backwards. It's using up on the inside, it's not using up on the outside. Okay. Yeah, but if that is the case, let's see. The heavy oil is actually piling up here. We're at 21 of 25k, 20 of 25k. So the lubricant isn't actually being produced fast enough to use up the heavy oil. And that's because we aren't using enough lubricant. I feel like I can fit 2 more tanks underneath here. Yeah, we're not using enough lubricant in the production of electric engines to keep it running. Yeah, we've backed up these regular circuits, though, a little bit. Those processing units require like 20 every time, so we just have to let them produce, I guess. These are taking a very long time. I feel like this is a prime one to replace with a tier 3 assembler. It's going to work much faster. And I may even want to install speed and efficiency, what are they called? Modules into there. We need processing units for those. So if I nab a few of these, I'm sure no one will mind. So we can get rank 2 modules. Where else was I using modules before? Oh, military 3 is finished. Okay, we could get into tanks. We've done that before. That was a lot of fun. I say a lot of fun. I think we built one, and then the new update came out. So this would start using our utility science packs, which we don't have very many of so far. Time needed to research 1 unit in the lab, 30, and then times 400. I just don't know about that. Let's... Okay, I haven't even researched laser turrets yet, so let's get that going. They may be nice to have, and they may have better range than my gun turrets. Who knows? Let's come down and repair this guy, though. 95, 100 still, 96. So that far one isn't actually even being used. This near one, though, is having some trouble. So I may run the walls straight down this side. Those are just rocks. And move these 2 guns over here. That way we can extend the power production whenever we're ready for it. For right now, though, we seem to be doing fine. Yeah, we can actually fit these here, which is good. It's not connecting up to that, is it? I don't think so. There. So now we have a lot more room to process heavy oil into lubricant. But that's not going to solve our problem in the long run. That's a very short-term sort of solution right now, if you want to even call it a solution. Our iron ore still isn't being jammed in here quite as quickly as I would like for it to be. This guy's out of units. This guy's still got 14k under him. 14k, 5.6k. And see, I don't want to switch this around. Because I want these to be used up quickly. I guess one thing we could do to bring this in would be this way. That way all of this is being input on the inside instead of all of this being input on the outside. I feel like that's going to help it somehow. I'm not sure how, because I feel like it doesn't change the mass of iron ore coming in. Like the amount is the same. But somehow I feel like it's distributed better. Maybe I'm wrong. These guys still aren't quite getting access. There we go. There's some. Yeah, some of it's making past. I'm not sure. I don't know exactly how I would be able to improve that any further. This is still somewhat backed up, so that's good. Yeah, this is getting plenty of what it needs. So this is never going to back up. These will all be still producing at the rate that they need to be. That's good. I'm not sure that this is working for us right now either. I think the output priority left would be the go. So that way they're unloading at the same rate. I can't remember why I had it done this way. I could remove this entirely and just have the belt run directly this way. But we'll see how this progresses. Yeah, because this is running out really quickly, and then this belt runs out. And so the flow isn't actually constant of ore coming in. Wow, the copper ore is backed up quite a lot, though, now that we've got all of these producing. And even though I swapped it around, this side is backed up, so these aren't producing at the same rate. Well, this one is, but this one is not. Which is okay. I don't mind that. In fact, I would prefer to have it backed up than to be insufficient production. You know what I mean? So, like, I just saw this guy activate. So, if he's getting iron, then the iron production is sufficient on this side. This iron is backed up here. And, yeah, this iron is backed up all the way. Almost, past these first 2 machines. So that's good. Okay, so I think our production has caught up a little bit with what we've done so far. And that's pretty positive if you ask me. Okay, I totally forgot about this guy. But he is retaining some of these electric engines. So I think that this is another example of a place where we could use a tier 3 assembler. It's this guy. This one might be another necessity here. I think it will be. We'll go ahead and throw that in here. Because I was thinking about putting the speed and production modules in here, but we don't actually need this to be producing quickly in order to get the utility science packs out. These processing units are backed up for right now. These frames are backing up. So yeah, now that I have this upgraded, these should start producing at a rate at which they begin to back up. What is this one missing that it's not producing right now? Oh, the frames. Okay. Or not the frames, the lightweight... What are these called? What are these called? Low density structure. Okay. Lightweight, low density, same thing. Same thing. Don't even test me. Okay. The lubricant is filling up really quickly. 14K of 25K. So the heavy oil isn't processing very quickly. The light oil isn't processing very quickly. And our power production is really using the solid fuel, though. Even more so than the furnaces, which really surprises me. I wasn't expecting that to be the case at all. And I don't quite understand this one. I feel like we're going to have to do like this, right? To sort of even it out. Yeah, so the low-density structures are actually the most necessary item that we need for this kind of production. And I'm trying to see now, here we go. Yeah, we'll throw in the speed and the efficiency modules here so that it can speed up a bit. Because I noticed that they need 3 of those low-density structures in order to be produced. So that is what's holding us back the most right now. And with that being the case, it would have been ideal for me to be able to produce these up here instead of these, so that there would be more of a chance for it to back up, or to be able to back up further. But it's fine, the way that it is. I'm tempted to have these produce elsewhere also. We are using accumulator charge, actually, in our power production here. Yeah, once the solar panels run out. It's really slow, though, so we have enough storage to last us through the night for right now. And then we have enough production during the day to recharge them as well. How are we looking on oil up here? 467%. That's still more than what we would be getting from this. I was considering trying to mess with rail signals again. We need to get rid of this place because it's way too close to us right now. Yeah, I've still got my rocket launcher and a pretty goodly number of rockets. But if we were taking crude oil from this, we could just run the train straight up into the same stop, hopefully. And hopefully that would be a simple enough place for me to be able to effectively use signals. You know, if I could just put a signal here that told this train to stop if there was a train here, then have another signal over here that did the same for this train when it's running this direction. Or maybe I just tell this one train to go up here, take some oil, drop it off, come down here, take some oil, come up here and drop it off, back and forth that direction. I don't know if it'll stop both directions at one stop. That's something I haven't messed with at all yet. I was thinking about a similar thing with the iron. But it wouldn't be necessary because we could just have the train continue on down to here. Look at the size of these nests. Holy cow. Okay. Man, trying to fix a lot of things again. Make sure that it's all running effectively. So let's have a little bit of fun. Come down here. What was that? Is that stone? It's been destroyed? That's odd. I wonder if the biters did that somehow. Okay. Yeah, there they are. There's some big ones here. Medium biters. Are these the little ones? Small spitter. Okay. They look different now. Quite a bit different. These medium biters might be a problem though. And then small worms. Yeah, small worms. They're all small. Alright. Let's back us up here. And let's actually go in solo boy. I think we'll probably need the gun first because they are probably going to be bothersome that way. Yeah. Keep them off me with the grenades. I have plenty. Nice. Oh no. Okay, got him. I like it when they come in one at a time. That's really nice. Why am I being injured? Was that a worm that attacked me? Why am I being wounded right there? Is there a dead spitter on the ground? Nice. Man. Okay, did we kill it? Yeah, it's dead. Good. So they turn green once they're in range. Oh no! He got too close. Okay, and then how many can we kill with rockets here? Actually, not as many as we can with grenades and machine guns. Okay, down to 28 rockets, but we cleared this nest, so that's pretty epic. I don't like being so far away from my dude when I'm doing that. Personal laser defense, huh? Inserted into armor. Laser turret shooting speed, huh? Let me go check on... hello? Can you put those away, please? We'll go check on the storage of science packs. Yeah, we don't have chemical science packs backing up again yet. In fact, they haven't been fully inserted into a lot of these labs. There went some. How are they doing? Like, what's the problem here? Yeah, see, this one isn't working for some reason. What are you waiting on here? Grenades? I mean, this guy's producing grenades, right? Yeah. Should be. Let's upgrade him to a level 2, since he's clearly working too slowly. Also, I would love to have some more level 3 structures. What are we low on? Plastic, wow. I guess I used a bunch of them when I was making these efficiency modules. A bunch of plastic, I mean. Let's go pick up some more. Okay, so using that up cost us a bunch of copper and iron and stuff, so let's replenish our pockets. Alright, so two things are true. We can do the thing here that I was talking about earlier by turning light oil into petroleum gas. So let's do that for sure. Then we can research coal liquefaction to turn heavy oil into petroleum gas, I think, with water and that sort of thing. So let's get this going here. We're going to need this to come out here, I believe. Okay, this is more pressing than the tier 3 assemblers, which I notice I still had queued up because they take ages. So let's get this going here. Let me make sure that it needs water, though, first. We're turning light oil into petroleum gas. So yes, it needs water in. Thankfully, it's in the right place. And then the oil will just come in straight here. Then we just need electricity to it, which will reach from here, thankfully. And that's operating properly. So now that'll use up some of our light oil in the instance that the crude oil isn't being sufficiently processed to produce petroleum gas. So that's pretty fantastic. And then we have coal coming up here. I can either split the belt off to process the heavy oil over here with the water and stuff, or I can process the heavy oil over here, bring the water down. It's already in this area, so that would be fine. But bringing the heavy oil all the way over here would be kind of a pain. So I think processing it over here by bringing the coal over would be the way that we go. Man, tons of things going on. Let's resume getting these built, because I have most of the stuff done already. But I think that's going to have to do it for this episode. I can never tell how long they're going to be, because I record for about an hour, hour and a half sometimes. And I might come up with like a 25 or 30-minute video out of that amount of time. Just because there's so much running around and doing nothing but observing and trying to balance things out. Oh, I didn't queue up another research yet. Yeah, we've gotten the grenades backed up, so now the military research is all backed up. That's actually not what I was trying to upgrade the production of. I need these chemical researches upgraded, so I may... It looks like the materials are available. I may just need to upgrade these to Tier 3 assemblers. Yeah, the engines, I think, are still our hold-up, but not so much, really, because they're clearly backing up into this chest. Yeah, see, this guy's passed along, barely got grabbed up. So these might need to be upgraded to Tier 3, actually, so that they're producing heavier, and then we'll upgrade these to Tier 3. And right now I'm held back by plastic again, so yeah. Okay, we'll grab up this plastic and I'll try to get some more of these producing. May just have to start up next time off camera and just be producing these things because they take ages to build. With all these advanced circuits and these speed modules just take forever. So yeah, that's going to do it for this episode then. Once I queue up a research force, explosive rockets. I mean, yeah, that's exactly what we're going to do. Okay, and that's it for this episode then, finally. So if you want to catch another one, be sure to subscribe. Consider supporting my channel through the Patreon link down in the video description. And feel free to check out any of my other videos or playlists that you might be interested in. I thank you so much for all the time that you spend on my channel, and I hope blessings of wisdom and peace on all of you. Farewell.